Good morning, class. Now we are going to start today a new topic for the revision, and that is a tuple. We can pronunciate this tuple also. We can say simply as a tuple. Both we can say. So now, tuple is depicted through the parenthesis. That means inside the parenthesis, if we will write any element separated with a comma, the compiler will treat this one as a tuple. So if we are writing t is equal to in the bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, so it is treated like a what? Tuple. Tuple is a immutable data type. Tuple is immutable. That means if we have store some items, we can't change from its location. So tuples is an immutable data type. That means if we have stored 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so the indexing of this one is a 0, 1, 2, 3. So if we want I may change the value on the second index with the tuple, it is not possible. We can't change the value on their index or from its location. If we want to change, then again we have to store a new value by changing 1 to 13 comma 4. That means the previous value we cannot do any changes. We have to store again new value, then the value will change. So that is known as a what? Immutable. Index value, या positional value, या positional argument value we cannot change. So that is called as a tuple. There are a lot of methods to create a tuple. If we want to create an empty tuple, we can use here t is equal to this one to create empty tuple. We have to write t is equal to this, otherwise I can write here t is equal to tuple. The both way I can use to create a empty tuple. Now if we want to store the value, we want to create a tuple with some value, so I will write here t is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, or I can store like that t is equal to 3 comma. We have, if we are storing any value without the parenthesis, then we have to write, if we have a single value, then I will write 3 comma, and if we have a more than one value, I can write here 3 comma 4 comma 5 also. So comma is here denoting that we are going to create a tuple value. Otherwise, if you are writing here t is equal to 3 only, so it will create a simple variable. It is a simple variable that holds integer value. And if you are writing here 3 comma, so the compiler will create tuple, not a simple variable. So that is a way of creating tuple. Now we are going to see again creating tuple from existing sequence. For example, if we have a string value a is equal to hello, and we want to store in the form of tuple like that, h comma e comma l comma again l comma o. If we want to store in this format and we have a string value, so how we will write? T is equal to tuple, and in the bracket I will write the name of the variable that hold the string value a. So compiler will create a tuple in this format like that. Clear? So creating tuple from the existing sequence, once again you may see here how we will create. If we have a string value a is equal to hello and we want to create in the form of tuple, so I will write here t is equal to tuple. This is a keyword tuple, and in that we will write here a. So computer will create this value in the form of tuple. So the t will hold the value like that, h comma e comma l again comma l again comma o. Same like that, if we have a list value b is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, and if we want to create in the form of tuple, so same thing I will write t is equal to tuple b it may create. Tuple is also same like that a list. There are the little differences. Only the index value in the list we can change, and in the tuple we cannot change the index value. So look here, if we want to create a tuple that have the only integer value, we can create. If we want to create a tuple that have only string value, we can create. If we want to create a tuple that hold both, so I can create also both. I can create a tuple also that hold the list value 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma what 4 comma 5 comma 6, that we can also create. So that is known as a tuple. Now creating tuple by taking user input. This topic we have to understand user input. For the user input we are using the what function input that enables user to enter some value. So we are writing here enter the value. But there is a one property that we have to always remember, that the input function gives us value in the form of string. So my dear student, if we are writing here t is equal to tuple and in the bracket input enter the value, and suppose we have entered here hello class 10th, hello class. So if we have entered this value, so how this value will store inside the t variable? It will store like a t is equal to h in the form of string, a single character it will convert in the form of tuple. Again for the space, comma, again c, comma, again l, comma, again A, comma S, comma S. So the computer will store this value in the form of tuple like that, in the form of string, because tuples give the value from the string, so it will treat it like a creating tuple with the previous by using the existing value. So input is giving in the form of string value, so it will also treat in the form of string value. Now we have taken the input by using the input method. We have also an eval method. First we have to understand what is the differences between both. Input method, it gives the value in the form of string. So here we are giving input like that, A B C D, hello, like that directly. But if we want, it may take the input for the tuple, and the user, it may enter the value as the tuple are being created same way like that, in the form of 1 2 3. That means user has to enter bracket also, and the element also separated with comma, and then we have to close, means same like as we are creating the tuple. So we are using the eval method, that is called evaluate. So look here how we will take the list as it is input from the user. So we have to write here variable empty is equal to eval, and in the bracket we have to write here input, and we will write here enter the value. So here what we have to do, if we have to give the inputs, we have to give in the form of what? Tuple. So user will also, compiler will also create in the form of tuple. Now these all are the way by which we are creating the tuple with the direct value also, and by the user input also. Now we are going to see the another steps accessing tuple values. So all of you know that the tuple are being accessed by using the index 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and indexing always start from left to right. So when we are going to access the tuple element from left to right, we have to start indexing from the 0 0, and this one on the 1, it is on 2, this one is on 3, and this one is on 4, and this one is on 5, this one is on 6, this one is on 7. That means, my dear student, if we want to access 3, only 3, so we have to write like that, T of 3. Then we will give here print T of 3. It will display what? On the third index, which value is there? 4. So computer will display 4. Suppose if we want to store in some variable, so I will write A is equal to T, and here index number. Index number means these are the indexes. Indexes start from the 0, and it will go 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. If we want to access 6, so we have to write here A is equal to T, and 6 is available on which index? 5. So I have to write here 5. So we can access the 6th one. My dear students, one thing you have to remember, only we can access, we can't modify, because it is immutable, and immutable types are not allowed to store. Means if I want to change on the second index, so T of 2 is equal to 12, this is invalid in the tuple. It is possible only to the list. In the string value in the tuple, it is not allowed, because it is a immutable types. Now tuple are also accessible from right to left also. So when it is going to be accessed from the opposite direction, So indexes start from the negative. That means 8 is start from which index? -1. And then it will go to -2. The next element is on -3. This one is on -4. This one is on -5. This one is on -6. This one is on -7. And this one is on -8. So if we want to access from the opposite direction, I may use the negative indexes. So if we are writing here t print t of -3, so computer will display here which value? 6 value, because 6 is on -3. So the both number I can use positive also. If we are using the positive, computer will access the tuple from right to left, clear? And if we are from left to right, and if we are using the negative indexes, the computer will access from right to left. So now we are going to see how to traverse the whole list at a time. So we have to access index by index. So I may use here loop for I in tuple variable name. Tuple variable name. What is a tuple variable name? T. So I will write here in the place of this T. So it will be look like that for I in a T colon. After that, if we want to display, I may write here print I, comma, and is equal to space. If you don't want to change the line, only you want to give a space, or if you want to display like that 1, 2, 3, so and you have to give here comma. So the computer, it may access I, the value of I. First time it will come 1. Then 1 will display, then comma, the next time it will come 2, like that. It one by one computer may access all the tuples value. So these are the way for accessing the tuple value. So thank you class. Today only this one we will start, and tomorrow we will see the tuple functions, what we can use to modify the tuple variables. And one more request, please like my video and subscribe my